law says it's all about tax, control, and regulate. You look for the word legalize or legalization in the law, that word is nowhere in Prop 19. All they talk about is tax, control, and regulate, and it gives each city the right to tax, control, and regulate sales, distribution, transportation, possession, and cultivation. So under Prop 19, each city can adopt laws related to the taxation of marijuana and the cultivation of marijuana. And you know what that means? Here's an example, and we know this is true because it has already happened. The city of Rancho Cordova, which is up by Sacramento, they already passed an ordinance that covers the cultivation of marijuana. Marijuana, not medical marijuana, just plain old marijuana, because if this passes, there's no such thing as medical marijuana treated differently. It's all marijuana to these guys. And what the law has said in the city, they put regulations. You want to grow outside in your tiny little 25 square foot area, you want to grow outside, you have to set your little garden back 10 feet from every fence. Have a small yard, sorry, can't grow, because you can't meet the regulations. Want to grow inside? They regulate that too. Can't use more than 1,200 watts, can't use any CO2. But it gets better. Rancho Cordova, and I've got the ordinance right here, and you can go online and talk to them and look for it. You'll find it. Their ordinance already says, oh, all of you growing marijuana in your own backyard, in your own house, the other thing you have to do, besides complying with all our regulations on your private property, is you have to pay the city tax on marijuana. It's not a sales tax. They don't say this. They just say the tax on marijuana. It's not a sales tax. It's not a property tax. It's a marijuana tax. How much is it going to be? The city of Rancho Cordova is putting a measure on the November ballot to get the residents to vote to make the tax $600 per square foot. $600 per square foot. A 25 square foot little garden with, you couldn't even get one plant outdoor in it, that would cost you $15,000 a year. Now, do you see the point? There are a couple points. First of all, places that don't like marijuana and don't like potheads, they're going to vote for that. And nobody will pay $15,000 for the privilege of growing one little plant, which, like at my house, a little gasoline sharpshooter, a little pest that can infect them with something, can kill them in 3 days. You spend all your time growing a little plant and it's going to die if they bite it, right? So $15,000 for nothing. Because it's a crop tax. It's not even when it's finished, it's just for the privilege of growing. That's what they're going to do. So it does that. Now, ask yourself, the people who put this together and spent all this money to do this, why did they do it this way? What I believe is it was done this way because this was designed to consolidate power over California marijuana in the hands of a few people, and you know what? They don't want to compete with people who can grow their own marijuana. As more and more people realize how good marijuana is for people, and they're less afraid, you know, instead of being they'll hear their friends, my grandma, my this, my that. As more and more people are getting used to this, more and more people would grow. So you know what? People who want to control the market, they've got to stop that. That's why this thing was designed to affect medical marijuana patients' rights. Absolutely. Absolutely designed to do that. And I had brought handouts. Within the last 2 weeks, I was so serious about this that I spent $500 of my own money printing flyers, getting t-shirts done, and I would love it if you would all take some of these flyers and take them to whoever you want to. If you can make copies of yourself to hand out to people, please do that. You know what? This thing is a very well-funded effort, and it wasn't until here towards the end that people started like looking at it and go, oh my God, this is a bad thing. So if we're going to stop this, and I hope when you look into this more, you'll agree with me, this is bad. This is about taking marijuana away from people and putting it in the hands of the people who are going to sell it back to you. So, you know, this is not the way to go. That's my opinion. Thank you very much for letting me share. Oh, question.